Hello and welcome to this Stumble interview, and I am with LoveButter. So
Hello.
Hello.
let's go around and let's just say your names and what instrument you play and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Farron. I play guitar.
So also, FYI, your name is on the screen.
Fuck! Damn!
I'm Tom. I'm a liar. Play the truth.
Okay, I've had my go.
No, come on, do it properly.
Okay, I'm Tom. I play the guitar. I live in Cornwall, which is the most southern point in England. And I'm naked.
I'm not going. You go next.
It's okay, Bob.
Right, I'll nominate someone if nobody.
Yeah, comrade, you're gonna have to lead this. You do realise?
I was hoping I could just sit back. I wasn't planning on saying anything during this. Right, Ollie, you go next.
I'm Ollie. I play bass. I'm also naked, and I've got a phobia of Cornish pasties.
You kept that one quiet.
Right, Bob.
Actually, that's a point. I used to bring back pasties from Cornwall, and I can't remember a single point of a pasty and Ollie being in the same room together.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
Deep set fear.
Fact.
It's that crumbed pastry, man. Fuck.
I don't do club.
Drums.
Bob.
Right, Bob.
My name's Bob. I sing. I play guitar in the band. And I ate this box of chocolates in about 10 minutes the other night.
Oh, what are they?
They're shit. I'm just not going to name names. It wasn't a proud moment, but I was hungry.
Wasn't it? It sounds pretty.
Right, and last but probably not least, it's Farron.
Look at his nose.
It's like we're on live TV and you're there like shitting in the corner.
I'm Farron. I play drums, and I had a pizza go-go.
Nice.
What flavour?
Also, Farron and Bobby are both naked as well. As
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is a t-shirt.
Well, and I'm wearing it.
A flesh t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is actually our new merch. Thought we'd show it off.
Yeah.
Reckon.
We'll pay you to wear it though. You don't have to buy it. We'll pay you.
If you buy it fast, it's still nice and warm as well.
Right.
Right, so let's talk a little bit about LoveButter. What kind of music do you write?
Shank music.
Rock music. Yeah, we're always looking for new and weird ways to define it. But being completely honest, it's mostly just cliche shite rock music.
And we missed the train by about 30 years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Dad
It's
rock.
coming full circle. It's coming back in.
We would have been good in the 80s, put it that way. Yeah, probably. Duran Duran.
I
Nothing
no,
like
I didn't say Duran.
I don't know why I said Duran Duran.
Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, just a bit
You
foldy.
describe your music as Duran Duran.
No. I think they would like us. I get the feeling they'd look at us and be like, yeah, I can see what they're doing. But Foo Fighters, Foals,
Biffy.
Iffy.
Bit of Biffy
Biffy.
Clyro. Biffy Clyro.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Something about this interview that we're kind of asking lots of people is how bands are currently doing in this shitty lockdown environment.
Terrible.
And as you guys kind of live in different places, and it'd be good to get your insights on how you guys are coping with COVID. So are you still able to be doing lots of musicy things?
It's kind of been like on ice really for a long part of it, and only recently we've started getting the ball rolling again. But I mean, it's literally been in like cryo sleep or something like that.
Yeah, life got in the way very seriously, I think. and also not being, because we went from living together for 2 years and writing loads of songs to then not being in the same city. Like, we were in different countries at one point, but we've all been writing, I think, and then just, I don't know, yeah, we got the ball rolling again now. Because as well, I thought, because we recorded music not last September, the September before. And if
2019.
we'd have recorded that and actually been proactive and released it in January, we'd have fucked ourselves, because then the whole virus hit. Do you know what I mean? So sort of, we hadn't started professionally, so we thought, let's lay down a little bit and perfect what we've got. And then now we can blossom like a beautiful flower.
So you've just been using this time to really hone in.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. It's more like an impromptu holiday, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
We've done fuck all, basically.
Aaron, come on.
It's the short answer.
We're all thinking it. You don't have to say it.
Come on.
We had one Zoom meeting about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's more than most bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Bob made a presentation.
How
It was pretty exciting.
Shit.
What was in the PowerPoint?
There was no transition.
It was just nudes, really, of us.
No
Well, that's another merch idea then, isn't it?
Who? OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
That's how you can be funding yourself while you're not playing.
This is what this interview is. It's just a segue into introducing a band.
So have you still been writing songs in lockdown, have you said?
I've written some songs. Not, the thing is, the way we write music is very together. So it's like
There's so much you can do, really, being isolated. I think all of us have probably done little bits here and there, but because it's, as Bob said, doing stuff in.
free.
So, you know, being so far away, you can sort of. Oh, sorry, where did you hear up to?
Just start again.
Being far away.
I should.
You're too south, mate.
Die.
I actually wasn't listening.
Yeah, no. So being so isolated, it just means that the ideas are there, but where the magic happens is in the room. So I think all of us, we've been getting musical ideas, and they're just sort of staying there. Really, I mean, I don't know. We're getting together more these days and pitching things. But I mean, I think ultimately, the massive creative stuff happens together in a room. So it has been difficult for us, I think, even just floating ideas and stuff. It's just we're not used to working that way, so adapting has been difficult.
Definitely, yeah.
Have you got any eyes set on the future for when you'll be able to do shit together again, or are you just playing it by ear?
Well, I mean, we're all looking towards the future, and soon. The thing is, we do have other like jobs and things that we're doing besides writing the music. As Bob said, we are recording at the moment, and we've actually got something almost ready for release. So there's lots of paperwork and shit in the background to do with all of that. But I mean, I don't know. Things are getting easier, and again, me and Bob we're not that far away, so we haven't made a plan what's going to happen in the short-term future. But it's looking positive. We'll definitely be trying different ways of working and stuff, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I moved back to Bristol over summer, and Tom's studying his masters in Bristol, and those two live in Bristol. So once that happens, we can get it back going again.
Yeah,
exactly. On paper, it looks promising.
It's just when we can really, when it starts to open up again, and we can actually get together soon.
Yeah, and when Tom's restraint order gets ends.
Yeah.
You said earlier that you're very much a together band when you're writing songs and shit. So, like, what would you say your process is when you're writing songs?
Arguing.
A
lot of mathematics as well.
A lot of maths.
It tends to be. It starts off as something really simple and like some chords, and then we're like, right, how can we make this the most unlistenable lump of shit that we can?
Us doing something and then Farron telling us to do not that at all.
And then saying that you can't play that on drums, even though
that's not how the drums work.
Put it this way, comrade. This is how we songwrite. So put your hand up if you count music.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, put your hand up if you feel music.
I'll just feel it, bro.
Oh yeah,
Ollie would
yeah,
go
yeah.
through
Feel it as well, but
Yeah,
like,
The,
so
the
if you're
second chorus is going to be in 7, whether you like it or not. So just feel it, bro.
Yeah.
oh,
My natural rhythm's in 7.
it's not though, is it? We know it's not.
The thing is, as well, when we used to live together, it was like I just knock on Tom's door, be like, "Oh, I've got this song or these chords," and then Tom would knock on my door. "I got this," and then because where we practiced in the house, that was below my room next to Tom's. You just congregate and write it and jam it out, and then never recorded stuff and went back to it. It was always just a case of remembering it, wasn't it?
Oh, actually, that used to be something funny. So yeah, we a lot of the times before like assessments and gigs and stuff, we'd have a very early practice in the practice room, and nobody, because we all live in the same house, so we can hear what each other's doing, and nobody wanted to be the first person to leave their bed and go down to the practice room. So it gets like 9 o'clock. And we'd all be awake. All the alarms would have gone off, but nobody's moving. There's no sound. And it gets like 1:15, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, I really should go down now," but no one else is doing it. And then somebody would go down, and then everyone else was sort of like drip feeding. It was quite nice. But
Well, 2 people would come down, and then the 3 of us would go upstairs and get on.
That's so true.
yeah.
So would you say living together as a band helped you? Because I know a few bands that live together and they fucking hated it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
definitely.
But why do you think it worked so well? So, like, because you guys were like living together before you started the band, weren't you?
No.
I thought you lived in.
We lived close.
we were in halls.
It's like King Square, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so we all
King
kind of
Square,
got on well.
Blenheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived like down the same road, and then when we moved into the house, it was a case of like, fuck it, let's just totally fuck off our neighbours here and practice with a full PA system and drum kit.
So loud.
It was ridiculous. We had a noise abatement order.
We did, didn't we? Yeah, shit. We framed it, didn't we? We put it on the wall as a badge of honour.
That or for parties though.
Yeah,
we went to the local pub once and met a couple who lived on the back garden and actually really liked our music.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was like a weird coincidence, but she actually really liked our music.
It was shocking. First of all, that they liked it, and second of all, that they had heard it, across the street.
And that was like like way on the back garden, like over 2 gardens, and they were hearing it every day.
That's like free advertising, though. You should have gone around the houses with little flyers and put them under the doors.
Although we stuck to times, we only done between 12 and 6 or 11 and 6. So
Yeah.
Well, we were. I don't want to say considerate, but we weren't like going out of our way to be twats about it. Yeah.
So why do you think it works so well, being able to live together and be in a band?
For what we said earlier, it's like you've got an idea. Everyone's so immediate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that does help a lot.
People very spontaneous, and I think if anybody has anything they want to do, we tend to want to do it straight away.
Yeah.
So it just facilitated our songwriting, because having the live room, all the instruments, they're all set up already. So some days it'd all be quiet, and then Farron would come in and just start playing on the drums, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'll go play some music." You just go in, you start jamming. Yeah, there's just so many like opportunities for musical sparks.
We probably pissed off the rest of our housemates so much.
Because how many did you live with again?
It was a 13-bed house, but there's about 15 or 16 of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was.
I worked it out. Across the 2 years, I lived with 26 different people.
Shit.
Did
you not think about making a ska band with all of them?
Reggae, we do slip into.
That's such a wasted opportunity. Like, why did you not do that? That'd be so sick.
I think we
a lot of gypsy jazz stuff.
That's one thing we definitely made the most of out of those years, was just playing music in that room with, again, not just the 4 of us either, with so many other people.
Everyone.
We rinsed it. Yeah, we rinsed it.
So I can imagine it's doubly hard for you to go into COVID times now and not be able to see each other.
Well, exactly. I think that's why we probably suffered more than most
We're only musical
that.
friends. We actually hate each other.
Yeah.
We only get along if we're holding our instrument.
We're talking about like
And naked.
And
Yeah.
I'd love to see you hold your instrument naked, mate.
You wearing clothes, Bob? Fucking hate you.
Socks.
Oh, another thing that I kind of want to talk to you guys about, because it kind of felt like when Bristol gigs kind of finished, it feels like you were pretty getting there with having a lot of people coming and playing a lot, and it didn't seem like that long of a time when you first started gigging to when you got pretty big in the Bristol scene.
Well, see, we paid people. We were like, come to our shows.
Is a nude.
Bribes.
When you have this much sex appeal, Conrad, the fans just come.
Much to a shame.
It was such a shame for the momentum just to get pulled from out under us completely, really.
Well, we won that competition.
Yeah, that's something else I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, we won that. And then we got 500 quid from that. And that
was
eggs.
the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like our like kickstart to be like, oh, we're all right. And then I don't know how we done quite well. We were friends with Shirley at the Fleece. I suppose we just networked and organised ourselves. We had a big document with everything in it, and just sort of listed shit that needed to be done. And
That's the key to success. One very large document.
I don't know. I mean, on balance, I would go on like a legal record saying that we were probably the most unorganised band in Bristol. You know,
disorganised.
I would put it down to how many different bands we played with. We sort of tried to play if we.
Oh.
I froze again, didn't I?
If we knew, I think was what you were trying to say.
Yeah, if we knew about another band, we would try and gig with them. It didn't really matter whether they would musically suit us or anything. We would just try and play with as many different other musicians as we could.
I guess with your genre, you could be on most bills, really. You could kind of just blend into...
Mix it up.
Yeah.
He played a gig at Cat of the Wheel. And my word, so the sound guy Ollie was a local in his pub, and this guy, how old was he, about 80 or something?
Nah, he's like 60, 70.
Right, he looked fragile, but the way he parked was just on. He just drove onto the pavement.
He was some really hard drugs.
Yeah, he was doing crap.
He was.
Oh man. It's so bad.
Like, cheers,
I
nice one.
found that out afterwards. I was like, oh, he seems quite nice.
We hired a geriatric crack addict for our sound.
Because he
was the sound okay though?
He was, and he was a lovely guy.
No, man. We were playing a song, and all I could hear was feedback, and I knew there was feedback because Tom wasn't his mic was in the middle of the midst, and then I was using mine, so I just went up and unplugged his mic, and it went, and it's just like stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, one mic.
We did have fun though. I think.
I love that gig.
That was our cover gig. We never done covers. We always because me and Farron used to be in a covers band. And since then, I'm not a massive fan of doing covers because we used to do like 2.5 hour sets of covers. So then doing this, it was more a case of getting money, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It's not writing your own music. It's just not. Doing covers is not the same.
So you do covers as well?
Hold out.
We did a few covers.
We do weird covers like fucking the lyrics from The Hunter by Slaves over Careless Whisper.
Careless Whisper.
Like that. Yeah, I can see that.
It was cool.
Yeah.
No, you're missing the quirkiest little covers we do. It tend to be like snippets. We'll put a little bit of a song in.
Star Wars. 20th Century Fox.
We'll always write a song and then go, oh, it's in that key, and then a beat attached to it in that key.
Oh, as well, we've got a song called "Fun," and we could never write an intro for it, so we just decided, fuck it, we'll just play the theme to James Bond and use the song.
That worked.
We just we're lazy and we get distracted by like other things way too easy. So like, fuck it.
Well, someone comes up with an idea and it's like, have a laugh about it, and then it's like, no, let's actually do
That fills out the half an hour, boys. We could probably squeeze about 3 more songs in a set if we didn't have the intros.
Yeah.
So also something else, like, where did your name come from? Because I've been wondering that.
Yeah. So when we lived in our house, we used to go on trips to the supermarket because we were quite far away. So Asda always used to be the one we went to. We would take 2 cars. So anyway, there used to be quite a lot of us in it. And you know that thing that people don't really do it as much, but when people sort of shout at each other across the supermarket. So we were in the supermarket walking down the aisle, and this husband and wife, they had just split up, right, to go and get different things.
Oh, I thought even they just got divorced.
No.
How did you know that?
They split up down different
They heard our
aisles
music.
to get to.
She looked at
Anyway.
her husband like, I could do better.
Nah, so they split up, and then the man had just remembered something as the woman's walking off. So he goes, "Oi, love, butter."
And we went, genius.
That's
That
it.
is it.
That's the one.
We were all there, all naked.
Yeah,
Sniffing
all
candles.
covered already in butter anyway. So we're like, fuck
In the
it.
middle of the aisle, just, yes.
We just made eye contact, you know. Do you
We
love
did
butter?
actually.
And I was like, shit, yeah. And then you were like, you do too. And I was like, well, why would you not call yourself love butter?
All four of us reached for a block of butter at the same time.
Yeah. And our eyes-
Our hands met.
Before any of us knew each other. And then we realized that we all played respective instruments.
And the clothes flew off.
Yeah.
Okay, no, the actual story we're fucking about here. The actual story is one of our parents was overheard calling the other one "my little love butter," but we can't say whose parent it was.
Yeah. Well, my mum's divorced, so that rules it out.
My mum's not mental, so
My dad said my big margarine. So it wasn't my fault.
I don't believe that's not margarine.
Oh, can't
Did you not
believe
think
it's
about
not
calling yourselves Big Margarine?
Well, no,
Big
because
margarine.
butter's got a higher smoke point.
I guess that
Yeah,
suits you guys
that's
better.
common knowledge, comrade. Come on, move
Yeah,
on.
man. Buttermilk, we
I-
close it down.
We did actually go through a phase of being like, okay, maybe we should try something different, because we were finding that not everyone, but some people were put off by our name because it has certain other connotations, and we didn't know about this.
Oh,
We
what
were-
are the
we
other
were trying-
connotations?
I wouldn't. I mean, this is going to a PG-13 audience, so I'd rather not say.
Well,
just because
People thought it was about this, like about butter, but really it's about lube.
Yeah, there's a film, but we're trying not to associate ourselves with a certain.
I don't know why you're beating around the bush. Marlon Brando rapes a.
There we go.
Like, you just look it up, and everyone over the age of 40 that sees us comes up to us and goes, "Oh yeah, I know."
Marlon, yeah.
And then we're like,
That's
"No,
trouble.
that's not where it come from."
That's the age bracket. If under 40, people like the name, but anyone older,
They think
they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
do you know what they're called? Do you know where they got that from?" We're like, "No, we're just fucking about."
I just fucking love butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that it's like butter, like lube for love. Our music is a lube for love.
Mm. It's like you put it
Lubricating
on
your
during
romance.
sex, and it's like, this is our love butter. Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
butter is also the creamy stuff in it. So
For legal reasons, Bob, you have to stop right now. Don't say anything more.
I'm not even a massive fan of butter.
what?
That's a massive controversy, I think, right there.
I found out the other day that my flatmate doesn't put butter on her jam and toast, and I
Yeah, that's
almost kicked her out.
It'd be a bit dry.
Do you put the
It would
butter
be
on top of the jam or the jam on top of the butter?
Butter on top of jam. Are you
Are
fucking?
you
No, that's
fucking
what I-
Neanderthal?
That's why
It
I'm
goes
my side.
bread,
Your side.
butter, jam.
That's how much I love.
Who
butter.
puts the butter
Yeah.
on second?
He
Marlon
was-
Brando, probably.
I put butter on.
Oh, underrated.
No.
Low burn that one.
I need to calm down. This is.
Yeah, mate, carry on.
Let's stay away from Olin Brando, and hope he does the same for us.
I'm gonna have to cut most of this interview out.
Edit that out, yeah.
That's what we should call. We should name a song, Marlon. No,
Mm.
we should name another song. Marlon.
You should write a song about how that's not where your name came from, so people know.
That'd be a good idea. Although,
Not really. That's.
is it kind of pointing in a direction?
Yeah, that's true. And you might get a lot of fans from that thinking. I don't know if you want them as
No,
fans.
but the kind of people that, yeah, I
Very
don't want
niche fan.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird gig.
Yeah.
Well, big night on Saturday, Margaret. Get the lure pack.
We'll finally conquer the over 40s. That's been our goal all along.
Let's get off this subject because my mind is in so much days.
How hard is it really to conquer the over 40s? That's what we're finding out.
Well, just look at Brexit. Look at the Brexit. Apparently it's
Depends
tricky.
where you're drinking. If
Yeah,
you're cat and wheel, it's easier than you think.
you just need to smoke crack.
Their one weakness.
That's crack.
If anything, it's all about weaknesses. You just don't know it yet.
Right. Okay. I'll go on to a different question.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be honest, but right. Let's talk about Bristol as a place and as a music scene. So, are your guys? Do you have any other experiences with any other music scenes, or is it mainly Bristol's?
We done London, me and Farron, a little bit. I say we done London. We done about 6 venues in London. We were teenagers. Does Cornwall have one?
Do they even have music?
South-
or is it
South-
just old folk songs?
Cornwall have music.
And the word.
It's just one guy with
goes up there. Ironically, Cornwall does, and it happened almost immediately after I left. As soon as I fucked off, they were like, "Right, let's make the most of this."
Have it.
Yeah, no, Cornwall is a really good music scene at the moment. Well, not at the moment. Christ, it did until the big C.
Yeah.
How do you think the Bristol scene compares to others, or is different?
I think because it's small, say smaller, it's bigger but smaller because it's a smaller area and a smaller concentration of venues. Obviously, you get that community around it all. But I think the problem that you do get sometimes is that you can play the same venues all the time. So, like, you'll do the circuit and meet all these good bands and stuff, but then in reality, you can't do that for the rest of your band career. You need to venture out.
Yeah.
I think it needs more festivals too.
Yeah, there's not really many, is there? And it's mainly drum and bass ones.
Yeah.
Well, so would you say with London, there's a lot more opportunity to just keep on going?
Yeah, but because it's bigger, but then no, because again, there's only a certain amount of venues that will take you. Me and Farron fell into the pay-to-play trap, which was shit, and learned about a lot of promoters not to go to. So I don't know, it's weird. London's a bit more scary when it comes to music. I feel like in Bristol they're a lot more trustworthy.
Yeah. I've heard the London scene's very cliquey as well.
To be fair, we were 14, so
Probably why it's a bit more scary.
Yeah.
Bristol definitely has a nice vibe to it.
Yeah.
So many talented musicians as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's just so many good musicians and other bands that are really great too.
R.I.P. Left Bank, man.
Yeah, that's where you guys used to play a lot, isn't it? Used to do the
the drum.
We would just throw Fran in there at 9:30 on Thursday and pick him up on the way home at 2 in the morning.
He'd be like, "Oh, is there anything happened tonight?" We'll be like, "No. Yeah. Just go left back. You'll be happy there."
Go play drum.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I like the Bristol scene. I'm more comfortable there than, and also I like the look of it more than other scenes, if you know what I mean, like Manchester and that lot. I don't know it, so it scares me.
I feel like such a part of it, and going to uni here as well, and we knew everyone, and all the bands playing all the time. They were all our friends, and it's nice to be a part of such a just like a nice group of people, I guess.
Community.
Community is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot about the Bristol scene. Lots of people say it's just got such a nice community feel to it.
Yeah, and not really genre specific either, because you can sort of, I mean, Farron's a great example of that. Despite all of our efforts to try and stop him, he does go to quite a few jazz gigs.
Jazz.
We've well, it's one of the rules, isn't it? The rules of no slacking, no yonging, and no jazz. There's 3 big no's. But even so, the musicians that sort of Farron would meet out on jam nights and stuff like that, they then sort of you float about, and you could go to a rock gig and see a jazz one, or go to like a soul gig, and then you'd see some rock musicians there. The boundaries between genres were the lowest in Bristol than any other place
You say that, but I remember the social. So if you compare Left Bank's jam nights, the social's jam nights, the Left Bank usually got more the bimmers, and it was a lot more funky and rocky. And the socials had the UOB students, and it was like a next level, like snarky puppy music. It was fucking insane.
They're quite arty-farty.
Very arty-farty. There is the arty-farty Bristol scene, I'm pretty sure. And then there's what we were used to, which is the more like...
Remember that band we saw played us at the Griffin? And they played a song called Bog Roll.
Talk about that.
All they did was sing the word bog roll and throw bog roll everywhere. They had like bin bags of it.
Amazing.
Honestly, we loved them. They were like,
Hacksaw.
I think we all agreed the best band
Ridge,
we've ever played with. What were they called?
Hacksaw. No, Hacksaw Ridge is the film. They were just.
Oh yeah.
He literally found his like cymbals in a bin. They were like, "Fuck."
They were so wrecked.
What's the song about the geese? Don't shoot the geese, they're dead, or something like that.
It was crazy.
And the Babber.
All right, me Babber. All right, me old cock.
Yeah.
There was that. And there was a Go Bristol City Go or something.
This probably sounds like utter gibberish, but honestly, they were the most incredible live band.
I probably...
Definitely in the arty-farty vein.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think they went to UOB?
Yeah.
In 1940,
Yeah, you could go to the Griffin upstairs and play with these fucking weird punk and metal bands, and then just down the road you're in Left Bank playing with like jazz and funk people. I mean, all on the same night.
I can't wait to get back to it.
So fluid.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Such a good scene to play music in.
What would you say your favourite venues in Bristol are?
That's a really complex question, because there's nice venues that are physically nice to play, and then there are venues that are also like a really nice like atmosphere, and then like we get along really well with the staff, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Crofters Rights is a good.
Crofters Right. I think as a band we really enjoyed playing there.
Yeah.
The sound is always epic at Crofters.
Yeah.
That's the best.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's really good.
Proud of Mr. Wolves, but it's sometimes a bit sound.
We never played Mr. Wolves when they had the stage at the back. We only played it when they had the stage at the front.
Yeah.
What else? We've played most venues.
We can't really talk about our favourite venues without mentioning the Fleece.
Yeah, but the Fleece, I do like the Fleece, but it's like I'm singing and you've got that fucking pole.
The iconic Fleece poles.
Yeah.
When Bob sees that, it's hard for him to concentrate on the music, because all you want to do is just go on the pole.
Wave himself off it like a flag.
Like Shakira, that shit,
But the Fleece is good. There are, I think, Take Your Own Sound Guy.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
I'm gonna send this interview to you after, and you just tell me which bit and everything else.
We've had to apologise to that sound guy several times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's not. I mean, yeah.
The Nova gig was a good gig.
Nova was great fun. The sound was terrible.
Yeah.
But what a fun.
I thought the sound was alright.
That was like organised solely from BIM students. Like
that's probably why the sound was terrible then.
Yeah.
Louisiana, they have the best air-conditioned venue in Bristol.
Yeah.
You're getting pretty low on the rewards to give venues.
Apple as well.
When it comes to playing live, it's about the air conditioning.
Yeah.
The Apple, we've played the Apple twice, I think. Both times we've been hanging out our asses, like really hung up, because it always fell on like a Saturday morning or like a daytime festival. So we'd always be hanging from.
We had a gig before.
Yeah,
as well,
we played until
the day before.
That was it. Yeah, we played until the night before. But we were always saved because of their burgers. They give us a free burger before we went on, and it was like magic. in a burger.
3 bros, shout out to them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Anywhere that gives us food.
Mm.
Keep your paycheck.
And the Cat and Wheel, terrible venue, but really cheap tribute. So
yeah. Oh,
and
a great laugh.
For a $5.
And really cheap crack as well.
Yeah. What's it? Apple and Parrot, because it's the only venue that will pay us.
Yeah.
We've never made any money apart from in Torquay.
Yeah.
Have we not? No, Cat and Wheel, we've got paid for that.
Yes, but didn't we?
We paid him 80 quid to do crack that night.
What was the gig that we put the money straight back into the bar and we spent more than we earned?
That was the Cat and Wheel, I think.
Is that the Cat and Wheel?
Yeah.
We got so shredded.
I don't know.
This is very unprofessional, but I need to go get my laptop charger. I left it in the
I thought you were just going to leave it there. Like, this is
I was tempted because my laptop was about to die. I was like, yeah, we could go for a fag break. The only interview with a fag break in it.
I can't, because then I'll have to put my clothes back on.
No, absolutely no.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Who are you guys?
Looks like you're checking yourself out, Tom.
I am. I'm making sure Luke's still there.
Still got it.
Well, don't fucking say things like, "Oh, they should get a new sound guy." Like,
I didn't
what?
say they should get a new sound guy. I said you should bring your own sound guy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Oh, mate, if Rich has got beef with me, I've got beef with Rich.
No. Boys, help me out here.
He is a twat.
Yeah, he is, but you don't need to say that on a fucking public interview, man.
It's not public.
Oh.
It's called the Cat and Wheel a shit venue.
Right.
It's still recording as well.
Shit venue. Fucking does karaoke 2 nights a week.
There we go.
That's the staple of a great venue.
Fucking hell! You really gave me COVID.
What the fuck did I miss? I leave you alone for 2 seconds.
They just had a go at me, comrade, and feel bullied.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
I nearly chucked then, genuinely. Fucking hell.
Right, this does lead me on to the next question because I do want to talk about this. So, talking about gigs you've played in the past, there is one gig that I want to talk about with Bob.
Yeah.
Chundin into his hands.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want me to tell the story, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it. I was the one that done it.
Subway's the one that done it.
Yeah.
Go on, you say it. I'll run a fag.
We were supporting Hyperfora for their first ever Bristol gig.
Big gig.
That is a big one.
Yeah. and well, no, it's quite
tiny,
small.
yeah.
But there was quite a lot of people there, and quite a lot of our friends seeing us for the first. And actually, now I think about it, a lot of people that never saw us again.
That's a good gig.
Great gig, yeah. It's a great atmosphere.
That's for my job there.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
You got a job there?
No, I remember that's when the guys I worked with at the time came. And sort of,
Ah, I see.
So we were just over like halfway through the set. I think it was. We had the later half.
We had 2 songs left.
Yeah, and we just
so
started
close.
like a kind of a new song called Rearrange. And we just beforehand. No, Bob, don't interrupt me because this might not be quite right.
I won't interrupt.
But we won't concern ourselves with what's factual, will we, Bob? Anyway, so Bob had taken vocal zones before going on, which if people watching / reading don't know what they are, they're sort of like little rancid sweet tablets, chewy things that you take that helps lubricate the vocal cords. Now you're meant to take one an hour before you go on stage. Bob took 10 minutes before he was due to go on stage.
Did he just throw up pure lube?
Oh, no. It was more than that.
That was another night.
An hour before that, Bob also had a foot-long subway, which so we just start the song.
That's
What
all
was
I
on the
need.
subway? Because that
Oh, something but spinach. There's the first time I was like, I'll try spinach in it. Fucking
Any vocal teacher at BIM gonna attest that to a good performance you need far too many vocal zones and a foot-long sandwich just before you play, and you will sound amazing.
I think it's Martin Hibbett that said that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it is, yeah.
It's the trade-off. You sound amazing, but you vomit halfway through.
You've got a very finite amount of time before things go tits up.
Do you know what it was though? Because in those days I was pushing it. I wasn't eating or anything like that. Not really sleeping. And just absolutely hammered.
From a
And then
foot-long
every time we
sandwich.
do it, I just go fucking hell to leather, and I think I just pushed my body a bit too much, and threw
It
up.
could have come out the other end, which would have been even more of a
It
disaster.
Yeah.
Usually does. I was fucking.
He could have tripled on stage. I mean, what a
Well,
would
that's
have
the
been
thing.
bad.
We were just left on stage, so we just started the
Yeah.
verse, and I can remember hearing like no singing. So I look over, and Ollie and Farron are standing sort of there, and they're like, "Okay, look, we're looking over," and Bob
You just hear
is
him
clutching
retching.
at his mouth, and sprinting across the room.
I'm
To
so
the
happy
toilets.
the toilets were down the side of the stage.
Yeah.
So I threw up all the way down that hallway. Weirdly enough, I brought a change of t-shirt that gig. Don't know why.
No, you're missing a part out here because you didn't throw up immediately. So me, Ollie, and Fran, we were all looking at each other and thinking, "What do we do?" And we I think it was loop the verse, just loop the verse. So
Yeah,
we
just loop
kept
it.
playing it. Bob then comes out of the toilets, stops, pauses, clutches his mouth, and then runs back down the toilet. And then this is where we can see the people near the toilets, and all at once, all their faces go like that.
If we were at any other venue, it would have been so bad because, like, if it was the Fleet or something, you would just have to throw up on the stage. Or
It's rock and roll.
It was everywhere.
Came back on for 2 more songs. I'm happy now.
Did you have your guitar strapped to you still?
Oh, I think I just tossed it. I can't remember.
Yeah, just threw it on the floor or something, didn't you?
There a video on it.
But also, after the end of that gig, I watched a guy walk over a pint glass, and it just crumbled under his feet. It was one
a
of the
pretty
best
big
things
dude.
I've ever seen in my
it was
life.
one of those skinny pint
didn't-
glasses, and he stepped on it from the top down, and it crumpled like that. He didn't even notice.
Didn't even phase him.
No,
He was so fucked he just didn't notice. He was like, "Great show, guy." Well, that's not how he's talked, but yeah.
he wasn't even talking to us. He just walked past, and it was
No, he came over to talk to us, didn't he?
no. It was fucked. It was the first
Yeah,
time.
he was like flipping on acid or something weird.
Mushrooms or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on
If
some.
he's just stepping on
something
pint
trippy.
glasses, I'd hope he was a bit fucked.
Yeah.
So,
But
apart
that's
from
not
that-
our worst gig.
I was gonna say, apart from that, what would you say your favourite gig is? Also, / the worst gig you played, because I'd like to hear some of those.
We can probably talk about our worst gigs more than
Our favourite gigs.
Yeah,
Well, they're
we've had a
saying
lot of good gigs.
the Griffin gig I enjoyed because that was the atmosphere after. the
yeah.
house.
Griffin's a sick venue. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
That was more. It just felt more like a house party than
Yeah.
a venue.
It did,
The
yeah.
bog roll was still flying about like through our set.
For ages, yeah, it's everywhere. The cleanup afterwards was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
in terms, I'm struggling to think of one like standout bad gig, but there are lots of things that are
We've
bad
never
that
had-
happen at every gig
someone
consistently.
had to play
Yeah.
a flying V at gig. Do you remember that? That was
Oh
funny.
god, that was awful. I didn't know what to do.
What was that?
I think I broke a string or something like that, and I broke a string on. No, Bob broke a string, and he had forgotten his reserve guitar, so I let him use my reserve guitar. I then broke a string, and we was like, "Oh, what the fuck do we do now?" And a guy from another band was just, "Oh yeah, just play the guitar." I was like, "Oh, grand," and it was a flying V, which I don't play flying Vs. I've had one in the past, and they're not the easiest to get on with. But the word, and then it was like down by my knees, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty tall anyway. But this guy, he was short, wasn't he? He was only like 5 foot 6 or 7, but he must have had it down by his ankles or something like that, because I could barely reach it. And the strings were old, and they were like gauge 7 or gauge 8 or something ridiculous like that, because I couldn't really feel like I was playing them, and it sounded like crap.
We used to break a lot.
It's one of the only gigs I've just wished, like, oh God, I want this to end. I want this to fucking be over.
Broke my dick the day of a gig.
Oh
God! Oh,
not while you're playing, I hope.
No, but it didn't be open. Whilst we were playing, it's like I had pains down there, and it was like, all right, I can't do that, can't do this. It was horrible.
Our like pre-gig huddle when we're all naked and like just sorting each other out.
yeah.
Bob got it caught in a door, slammed it. Boom.
Bob, it sounds like you play through some shit. Like,
Yeah.
You are dedicated to this band.
We done a live recording once at this studio, and we were all in, and it was the hottest day of the year. And it's J&J Studios. I don't know if you've been there, but their live room had a glass window, like the blocks of glass, and it was so hot. And then I was in a separate booth on my own, and I listened to the recordings the other day, and you can hear the heat exhaustion in my voice because
it was like a dry sauna. Like, Bob, you just go in there and sing.
Thank God you were naked then, at least.
Yeah. You know what else? We
find ourselves saying that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
You see, being naked helps you more than being clothed.
Well, it's our secret. Some people use like Pantene shampoo. Some people are, vegan. We're just naked all the time.
You get some weird looks on the bus, but look at them.
Whatever works, man.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen us? We get weird looks whether we're naked or not.
But no, I don't know what else. All our gigs are good gigs. They're never really bad.
They're good gigs, but we
never had issues with like other bands or staff or audience members, like massive technical issues.
There was a
like
gig in
I
Torquay
think
where I got a bit miffed with the stag do.
Yeah, there's a stag do. But I mean,
Torquay is unpredictable because it's Torquay and they're a Friday.
And you go on at midnight or something crazy. Like the gig starts super late, so obviously everywhere else starts closing down. And then everyone's pissed, like, let's go to the Apple and Parrot. And anyone can literally walk through the door. So it's a bit of a lottery when you play there on a weekend, but it's really good fun.
We played a James Bond theme. No, we played Seven Nation Army just for a laugh.
The Electrics went out, didn't they?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, we did have a big technical difficulty.
Yeah, we did. All the electricity went out on stage, so we ended up playing Smells Like because only one amp worked and the drum.
We went all the way to Torquay, set up, did a few songs going on at midnight, and then the power went out like 3 songs in. They were like, right, sorry boys, bye.
We played a gig in Exeter once, and we got there, and there was nothing. We had to dig up floorboards, plugs.
God.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah, they were buried like a pirate's treasure trove or something, weren't they?
And
we turned up, and that was with Bone Tide. That was the first gig we did with Bone Tide. And honestly, they were the only people in the crowd as well. It was literally, we played to Bone Tide, and then Bone Tide played to us. But we had such fun there, didn't we? It was so good.
Is it the beer kellers? They've got the big like Stein pint things, and they were fun.
And the haunted understairs, because that was fucking booky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Didn't you shit your pants?
Yeah. No, Danny.
It doesn't matter if no one comes to the gig as long as they've got big glasses full of
Did somebody shit their pants? That's all I heard.
No. Oh yeah, no. Danny made Farron jump in this like literally dark club, and it was funny. I'm trying to think.
Some people have shat themselves. I seem to remember, haven't they?
So I'm not allowed to comment on the sound guy for the Fleets, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, fair point. Yeah.
We'll just leave that one a mystery then.
Yeah.
Okay. Some things are better.
Somebody has shat themselves. It's like a who's done it.
It's me. It's who's done it.
Oh, there you go. That's one for Hello Magazine.
I've got no trust in my sphincter anymore, I'll tell you that.
Oh, God.
Put that
like a separate entity.
He has a fag coffee in the morning too.
Move it on, Conrad, quick.
Right, I'm out of questions. We're just gonna have to keep talking about you shitting yourself.
Shit.
We broke into a studio once.
You
Yeah.
what? Broke
We
in?
didn't break in. We hired. So we in first year. I think it was first year. We were mates with a producer from UE, and he hired the studio out, but forgot to pick up the keys. So we turn up with all our gear, and then he reveals that he's forgotten the keys. So we had to fish them out of the box with a coat hanger, and then we literally stayed. We had 4 hours sleep that night and stayed up the whole time recording.
Pretty bad idea.
Yeah, really bad idea.
Slept over that. That was nuts though, because it gets like 4 a.m. and it gets really weird. And Tom's in the booth soloing, playing this crazy shit, and the lines between reality and blurred.
You just create some weird noise concept album.
Yeah, we could have. And then he got banned.
That was really funny. Because we're all there at 4 a.m, being like, God, this is some really good stuff here. Like this might be a song. And we listened to it in the morning, and it was the most garbage. Like some of the guitars were out of tune. They weren't even in tune.
Can you please release that as like a bonus album?
No, man. The thing is though, because I remember around that time it was like, we're not playing to a click. We know.
we know that.
Yeah.
We're fucking LoveButter. We ain't playing to no click.
We literally shit our pants live. We don't need to
Oh God. But we learned a lesson. Yeah, no more 4 in the morning recording sesh. Yeah.
And use a click.
What track was that? Is it a song we don't play anymore? It's one of those.
Love Through the Bone. Yeah.
It was Love Through. That was where you wrote the solo for that, and we did all the work on that weekend.
Yeah.
What else? Cold Girl.
Yeah.
Cold Girl. Yeah.
It's not good.
But we haven't played that.
What?
No, I'm gonna put it together as a demo because I've got some nice, tasty ideas.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah.
That was a good tune, wasn't it?
I'll do a drum.
Yeah, it's a good tune. Yeah, good tune. Yeah.
Good tune.
It's all right.
Apes in agreement. Yeah.
Even when you said rearrange, I was like,
should we leave it there then, lad?
This is how it works, comrade.
Right.
Yeah, good.
Right, I have got one more question for you, which we ask all of the people that come on, and you can answer this individually or as a band. So if you could open for any band or artist, past or present, who would you open for and why?
Somebody that will pay us.
Anybody that will
That's what we
want.
Duran Duran.
Duran.
Yeah. So good you say it twice.
Yeah.
The thing is, we would never be able, like the four of us, we'd have to do it individually because the four of us would never agree on, on the actual band.
What about Brandon Marley?
What's your song?
Well, who's mine? I don't know. Dolly Parton.
Oh fuck yeah!
What?
I'll do that.
That was really aggressive.
I'd so love to do that, man.
The question was open for, not open up.
Oh God!
One and the same thing.
The Jonas Brothers, but we would request to only use their instruments.
They've not got bad instruments.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, that's your point. Okay.
Hello, who's that?
Robbie.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was so
Kingskin.
weird.
Kingskin. Oh, yeah, we'll open for Kingskin.
Oh, don't say that because Robbie's here.
Kingskin are shit.
Right, end the interview there. That's it. Yeah. We'll end it there. That'll be our parting words.
The thing is, the way I view this is it's like a band that I'd want to see that could never get tickets. So like Floyd, Daft Punk, or then you go for a band that brings a big crowd that matches your sound. Like Foals, I feel like I'd like to support Foals. Because
I think right now I'm supporting Idols, man.
Yeah, Idols.
Yeah. Idols. Yeah, be Idols.
I would love to see that gig.
Me too.
There's so many bodily fluids.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
I don't know.
Name of the
But yeah, Idols. I think as a band, I think if we had to decide, it probably would be Idols because we all really like Idols.
We could make like a cakes like group, so you'd have like cream, LoveButter, Pearl Jam.
Oh, the Jam.
Yeah.
Jam, yeah.
Victoria Sponge.
Victoria Sponge. Famous bands.
Yeah, okay.
You need that as a bill. The advertising doesn't sell.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
Final
Baking.
answer. Yeah.
You're onto something there, Al.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
No.
You can't put that in a Victoria Sponge.
Ollie's got it.
That wouldn't go on a cake.
Not with that attitude.
You get lead poisoning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't think of any other food-based.
Neutral Milk Hotel.
Yeah.
There's the
Boom.
drink for the side.
Nice.
I'm trying to think about that.
Yeah, I think if a real band, it would be Idols. I think for us, it'd be Idols.
A serious answer.
But then even then, I don't know if our sound would match up with theirs necessarily.
Well, no, of course it wouldn't because they're good.
Yeah, fair play.
Right, yeah, I think that's everything from LoveButter, unless you've got anything else to add.
2 teaspoons of sugar.
Mine picks Sunday.
We should probably have like, I don't know, like 20 seconds of seriousness. We are going to be doing
Title of your sex tape.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Come on, guys.
Part of your sex tape.
Nailed it.
I love my sex tape.
Everyone happy?
No, but to be serious, we'll release music this year.
Yeah.
I want to tour next year, but
I'm releasing nothing.
We will be releasing nothing. Don't listen to us.
Nothing's coming out.
We ain't releasing nothing.
The song's called Nothing. It's a joke we're trying to make.
Okay, that makes
Very funny people.
Trying to use inside
Thanks for having us as well, Conrad.
What about you, Conrad? What are you doing?
I'm just shirtless in my room. You know what? If I wasn't interviewing you guys, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I'd be staring at a blank Zoom with just me.
Fuck yeah, still got it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's just a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to get Zoom up. The laptop might probably die anyway.
In front of the mirror with like the mic and the headset on, like, yeah.
And I write my name in the corner of the mirror.
You turn a light on every time you speak behind the mirror.
Yeah. And then I draw boxes next to it with stick people in. So what have you been up to? Oh, really? I'm probably going to cut that out.
If you can scrape together 2 minutes worth of usable footage from this, I will be amazed.
I think we're just going to release it all and just watch the viewers slowly decline.
Finest viewers. They've done it again.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, cool. Well,
thank you very much for coming on, guys. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah,
Interview us anytime.
Yeah, we'll just get you on every week. This will be a regular bit.
Do it, man. We're not gonna stop.
I'm down for it.
Oh, awesome.
More shoot yourself stories by next week.
Yeah.
Good, that's what I want.
At least a
new
handful.
Like a handful.
That's the point, mate. I just clap and it goes now.
Right. I'm just going to leave it there for anything else gets said.
All right.
Thank you very much for listening, whoever did. Whoever made it to the end.
Oh, yeah. If you've made it this far, you can have 1 free ticket to our show next Sunday at the IKEA store in Bristol. If not, tell them LoveButter sent you.
To interrupt, it's like that bit on, you know, me, like, you've watched this 1,000 times, you're gay. At the end of this video, that's what it's going to be like.
Meat spin.
Okay, yeah.
Did you say meat spin?
Right, I need to stop it here. Right. Thank you.
Ollie, comedic typing that.